We poled down a narrow canal in Xochimilco on a shallow boat. The late afternoon sun casts long shadows on the water. As the boat rounds a bend, I see them. Dolls. Dozens, no, hundreds of dolls strung up in the trees on the tiny island ahead. A doll's head with missing eyes dangles from a wire, gently spinning. Another is nailed to a post, one arm gone, its grimy face frozen in a half smile. This is it. La Isla de las Muñecas, the island of the dolls. Stepping ashore, the first thing that hits me is the quiet. The air feels heavy, humid with the scent of moss and mud. The only sounds are the wooden creaks of the boat and the distant trickle of water. The entire island is only about the size of a soccer field, cluttered with a shack, some picnic tables, and dolls everywhere you look. Legend says a man named Don Julián lived here alone for decades. People thought him eccentric, maybe mad, but he had a purpose. He believed the spirit of a young girl drowned off this island wandered here. One day he found a doll floating in the canal, perhaps lost by that girl, and hung it on a tree to honor or calm her spirit. Crunch, my footsteps on something. A doll's plastic hand on the ground. My heart jumps. I continue along a worn path. Glassy doll eyes, some bright blue, some faded brown, stare at me from the foliage. With each breeze, a few dolls sway on their ropes, creating the illusion of subtle movement. It's easy to imagine they're alive. In fact, many visitors swear they've seen doll heads turn on their own, or felt eyes following them as they moved. I keep telling myself, it's just my mind playing tricks. I approach the rickety wooden shack, Don Julián's former home. Inside, there's a sort of shrine. The walls are lined with more dolls, and in the center, on a table, sits the very first doll he hung, preserved behind glass. She's a small baby doll with bald head and one remaining arm, known as Agustina, according to a sign. This was his favorite, they say. Around her are offerings left by recent visitors, candies, trinkets, and candles. It seems even now, people bring gifts for the spirits, or perhaps to curry favor with whatever haunts this place. The daylight is dimming, golden hour making the scene somehow even more surreal. The doll's shadows lengthen and their eyes catch the light in odd ways. One particular doll, with long black hair, hangs from a branch at my eye level. Her hair is snarled, her dress tattered. As I cautiously reach out to touch her, morbid curiosity overriding my jitters, a sudden breeze rustles through the grove. The dolls begin to spin and sway en masse, their hair and limbs flailing lightly. On the wind, I almost think I hear a whisper, a faint high-pitched sound, like a giggle or a sigh. I freeze. The rational part of me says it's just the wind catching the hollow parts of the dolls, creating a whistle. Yes, that must be it, right? Standing there amid dozens of silent plastic faces, I can't shake the feeling that I'm not alone. And not just because of the dolls. Many have reported feeling the same. Some claim the drowned girl's spirit inhabits the island, flitting from doll to doll. Others think Don Julián's own ghost keeps a protective watch. After all, how uncanny that he died in the exact same spot as the girl he was so devoted to. It's as if the island demanded one final doll, Julián himself, to join the collection. The sun slips behind the trees. The boatman calls out softly that we should leave before dark. I find myself oddly relieved. As we push off, I look back. The island is still again, and the dolls hang quietly, silhouettes against the twilight sky. Then, tuk, tuk, I hear a soft tapping, like something bumping a tree trunk. In the gloom, one doll, the long-haired girl in the white nightgown, is gently knocking against a tree as she sways. It almost looks like she's waving goodbye. Whether one believes in ghosts or not, the island of the dolls leaves a mark. It's the kind of place where the boundary between the living and the dead, the animate and inanimate, feels thin. As our trajinera slips away down the canal, I carry with me the image of hundreds of dolls watching me depart, and I wonder, if I returned late at night when the tourists are gone and the island is left only to the moonlight and memories, what might I hear then? Perhaps the soft patter of little feet on the soil, or a chorus of tiny voices eternally whispering into the tropical night.